Hi, my name is Joe, and we're doing a review today of TurboTax. I gave it a rating of 3, and I'm sure that I'll explain that to all of you later why. And to continue, please click below. I've been using TurboTax since it first came out, many, many years ago. And prior to that, of course, I did what most people did back in the dark ages. I used pencil, paper, and a calculator. And at that time, there was no software really available other than professional software for accountants. But running a small business, there was nothing available for us to use other than uh, the old-fashioned way of my handheld calculator and pencil and paper, and adding up all the numbers at the end of the year. When I first started to use the automated software, it was called Macintax, and it was set up to be used on a Macintosh, which at that time there was very little business software. And I've been using it since version 1 came out, and over the years I kept using the same program because it would take last year's taxes and preload a lot of the information into the tax software. So it was a no-brainer to just stay with it, continuing all the way up. And I don't know how many years ago that started. If someone wants to go look up when version 1 came out, happy to let you do it. Back in the when I first started using TurboTax, I was using pencil and paper, and I read a new software package called Macintax at the time, and it was the first version of TurboTax. And I started to use it way back then, and it was real interesting the first few years. When you found an error in the software, you got the next year free. So for the first 5 years, I kept getting free software, which was really kind of nice. And what I did over time was I set up my accounting system to match TurboTax, so that like on January 1st, I could sit down at my desktop, and within a couple of hours go into the accounting system, get my totals for each one of the items related to TurboTax. So let's say number 29 in TurboTax is commissions on sales. I would go into my accounting database, ask what's the total for number 29, and I could include it straight into TurboTax. So my entire system is set up, my accounting system is set up to match TurboTax, which makes it so much easier. I can do my taxes in just hours and with no problems because the numbers all match. I don't have to try and figure out this or figure out that. So for me, TurboTax has become a very easy to use system. If you're thinking about going to an automated tax system, TurboTax is one of the better ones overall. The only hesitation I have with it is that TurboTax moved from prior OSs to, they jumped forward to the current OS with no looking back. So double check that it will work on your system. In my case, I actually had to use a laptop to do my taxes this year because my desktop is not in the newest OS, and I can't switch to the new OS because of the cost of upgrading all my other software. So just double check that you can do that.